morning, you're watching the news on African Free Press Television. My name is Leo Oketa with the news updates. The All Progressive Congress APC has announced that a fresh primary election will be conducted in Kogi State to pick a replacement for Abubakar Audu. Audu, who passed away on Sunday, was the party's candidate in the November 21st governorship election. Speaking with reporters at the National Secretariat of the party in Abuja on Tuesday, John Oyego, who is the chairman of the party, said the decision to hold a fresh primary was taken after the APC received a letter from the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) asking it to replace Audu. And meanwhile, the Senate has directed its Committee on Appropriation to work on the 465 billion naira supplementary appropriation bill and submits its report for deliberation and passage by December 1st. The upper chamber also at plenary lamented the persistent hardship being experienced by Nigerians due to the scarcity of petrol and directed its Committee on Petroleum, which is the downstream sector, to examine issues hampering efforts put in place to resolve the problems. And Governor Idris Wada of Kogi has refuted the claim that he sacked 15 local government chairmen for defecting from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the All Progressive Congress (APC). Wada, who reacting to a statement issued in Lokoja and signed by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, James Adedoyin, stated that he was only acting on the ruling of the Court of Appeal. He noted that he only reinstated the chairman and councillors that were removed in December 2014. There are fears in the camp of the All Progressive Congress APC over the kidnap of Mr. Coin Prayer Douglas, a cousin of the APC governorship candidate and former Governor Timi Silva. Recently, Madam Deco Aguirre, the 105-year-old mother of Silva's running mate Wilberforce Aguirre, was abducted from her home in Furupa community in southern Ijo local government. She was released after about 13 million naira allegedly paid as ransom. Investigations indicated that Douglas was kidnapped on Monday afternoon along Ogbea Brass waterways on his way to attend the APC governorship rally in Brass local government area. Mr. Nathan Egba, Director of Media and Publicity of Silva Campaign Organization, who was in one of the boats, confirmed that Douglas was the only one seized from the ill-fated boat. The family is said to be apprehensive because the kidnappers are yet to make any contact with the family. Sources in APC said chieftains of the party are applying for more security to protect their families as the state inches towards the December 5th governorship elections. And now on the foreign scene, Somali's Alshabab fighters have warned they will cut the throat of members who shift allegiance from Al-Qaeda to Islamic State ISIS. Amid reports some factions have already been punished for doing so. Top Shabab official Abu Abdallah made the announcement in a radio broadcast, while reports of divisions are coming at a time when the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria has become the jihadist franchise of choice, attracting fighters from abroad and the allegiance of other militant groups such as the Boko Haram in Nigeria. Burundi's government has suspended the license of 10 non-governmental organizations over allegations that they have been involved in anti-government activities. The Ministry of Home Affairs said the suspended groups played a role in a failed coup attempt in May against President Pierre Nkurunziza, whose decision to seek a third term sparked violent street protests in the capital, Bujumbura. Gideon Niyung Geko, whose group for code is one of those suspended, said he was not surprised by the decision and condemned the government. He said kill kids, young men and aged people. His group's stated goals are to promote good governance and development, he said. And the Russian pilot of a warplane which was shot down by Turkey in Syria on Tuesday was killed by rebels, while rebel and opposition sources said the second and is missing after their boats parachuted. According to the sources, the first pilot of the downed warplane was killed by opposition forces that shot at him as he landed after ejecting. A Russian helicopter was also blown up by rebels following an emergency landing in the Syrian government-held territory after it was damaged by rebel fire, but its crew was able to escape. And still on the Russian issue, Russia's defense ministry has announced suspension of military cooperation with Turkey, and Sergei Lavrov, who is the foreign minister, has cancelled a planned trip to Turkey following the downing of a Russian warplane near the Turkey-Syria border on Tuesday. And in sports, Nigeria's Dream Team 6, tutored by coach Samson Siase, is expected to storm Senegal today ahead of Rio 2016 Olympic Games football event at the qualifiers, which begins on Saturday. According to the Nigerian Football Federation, the under-23 national team departed Banjul early today, where it has been camping for the past 10 days. It was gathered that the delegation, made up of 23 players and 10 accompanying officials, flew to Dakar from Banjul aboard Eric Air. The Nigerian side is grouped alongside Egypt and Algeria. And still in sports, it was an eventful night of goals for the English side Chelsea and Arsenal as they cruised past their opponents Maccabi Tel Aviv 4-0 and Dinamo Zagreb 3-0 respectively. Barcelona ran riot as well, down in AS Roma by 6-1 after their exquisite performance against the Galacticos last weekend. And that's the news coming from African Free Press Television as edited by Chiadiko Vitasie. For more, please do log on to our website at www.africanfreepress.com. Follow us on Twitter at African Free Press, like our Facebook page at African Free Press. Join us in our discussions on various interesting topics on African Free Press Forum, and enjoy to subscribe in our YouTube channel at African Free Press. From me, Leo Keta, and the whole team in the studio, it's a very good morning to you. Do enjoy the rest of your day.